want you to hear this. In this video, I wanted to explain to you what movement bites are. Movement bites is a concept that I created because I want you to be adding exercise throughout your day. So do you know those moments when you don't feel like that you have too much energy and you feel like you're like, I'm slugging or I'm spending too much time on a computer, especially for me. So I'm the type of person that I cannot stay still for a long time. And sometimes when I stay on the computer, my neck hurts a little bit, my back hurts a little bit. So what I do is I stand up and do some type of movement. It used to be a stretch, used to be a foam rolling, but nowadays I'm actually using more dumbbells and I'm using more weight and actually doing a set of exercise. So I created this 5 minutes exercise. There are 5 movements, not necessarily 5 exercise, but 5 movements that you do. You do 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, and you can actually do anywhere, anytime. And if you're, I want you to take a look at the movement bite, because if you're like, I need a little bit more energy, you can actually do a high intensity movement bite, movement bite. But if you're like, oh, I feel a little bit sore, you can do a foam rolling. Or you were like, my shoulder needs a little bit more love, because when I did the assessment and I noticed that my shoulder needs a little bit more love, then we can do some shoulder strengthening or shoulder mobility. You're like, I need to stretch a little bit, I need to include more stretches in my day, then you can do a movement for stretches. So there's a bunch of different categories that you can just go there and choose one that fits right to you. Ideally is that you do at least 2 or 3 throughout the day, and you're going to see how wonderful this is gonna be, because not only you are training, but now you're adding little movement throughout the day. Because I do wanna be the person that you do exercise, but you also walk or you also move throughout the day, not just doing the exercise, doing the training. Does that make sense? So I'm excited for you to try it out. I'm excited to you to start creating your movement bites soon. Use the same protocol, 5 movements, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And this way you can do anything that you want, okay? Another interesting thing that I started doing is like movement bites when I'm like standing in line. And I always done this. I never actually stopped to pay attention. If I'm standing in line, I'm doing like calf raises. If I'm stuck on a meeting in a conference, I'll bring a band and I'll do some exercises. So you can start thinking about where in your day, when you stand up to drink water, what can you do? I spend a lot of time, every time I would go pee, I would go and do a push-up on the bathtub because I needed to increase my push-ups. Get it? So finding time and finding excuse to add exercise, it's going to be at a very, very different way to start looking at that. Because I do want to start looking at exercise in a different way, in a way that is like, hey, I actually get my energy from exercise. I actually get my confidence from exercise. I actually stop my pain by doing exercise. You see what I'm going? Awesome. I can't wait to hear, and I can't wait to see your movement bites.